welcome back to FAMtastic Fertility. As you can see, we are filming outside today, but it is a bit breezy, so I apologize if the wind touches the microphone. I wanted to check in and say hi. I haven't made videos in a little while because I was trying to kind of like reevaluate the style of how I want my videos to be. I kind of checked in with my community on Instagram for FAMtastic Fertility. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet on Instagram. But I asked everyone, would you rather that I post videos that are more real, like I'm doing right now, where I'm just outside and I had an idea and I wanted to go film it? Or would you rather that I post videos that are kind of like more well-polished and scripted? And the overwhelming majority just said post more real videos more often, because if I make more polished scripted videos with more of like a story or a narrative with a lot of different shots, obviously that takes longer to produce, and so those I can do less often. So that was the consensus. So here we are filming a video. Today's video, I wanted to talk about letting go of our expectations for having cycles that work like clockwork. So what do I mean by that? We can't know for sure, exactly which day we ovulate on unless we have an actual ultrasound to confirm, when the actual egg was released. We can know when we usually have a temperature shift, and yes, maybe that might be around the same average time each cycle. But the thing is, when we're talking in absolutes about our cycle, when we say, oh, I always ovulate like clockwork on day 14, what happens is that we build up these expectations for ourselves that are unrealistic, because our bodies are not robots, we're not machines, and we're not gonna ovulate the same day, cycle day, every single cycle or every single month. So we're kind of setting ourselves up for these false expectations that our bodies can't always follow through on. And yes, we may get lucky, we may end up ovulating around the same cycle date for many cycles in a row. But the thing with fertility awareness is that it's not about your past cycles, it's not about making predictions off of your past cycles. It's about looking at the real-time evidence, each day as your cycle goes on. So what I mean by that in practice is we can kind of let go of that expectation for ourselves. We can kind of let go of that expectation to always ovulate on day 14. And rather than thinking about the cycle day, like the number of the cycle day, instead we can just think about, okay, how is my cervical mucus today? Have I had a temperature shift yet? Are my temperatures still low? Or, have I begun to get a sustained shift during my cycle? And when we shift our perspective from the number of the cycle day over to looking at the evidence of our biomarkers, it kind of releases this huge weight off our shoulders, because then it's not about, oh my god, it's day 16 the cycle and I haven't ovulated yet, like what the heck is happening? We can kind of just say, okay, maybe I was stressed out this month, or I was traveling and my body got stressed out, and so my body is, delaying ovulation because it's putting more resources right now toward stress hormones because I was traveling, and it was putting less resources toward, building up toward ovulation. And ovulation is a pretty resource-intensive thing for your body to do every cycle, so it's no easy task. But I just think that, letting go of that expectations that we put on ourselves is a way to kind of be freer with fertility awareness, and it's a way to be more accurate with fertility awareness, because again, it's not about predictions, it's not about the rhythm method, and it's not about, my body always does this, it always does that. Instead, it's about, okay, what's the real-time evidence? So guys, I want to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Are you someone who maybe was relying on that cycle day number, or your cycle lengths before, and maybe now you're kind of rethinking it? Or were you kind of coming into fertility awareness with that understanding where it's not about predictions? I don't know. I just want to open up the conversation and just share that thought, because again, fertility awareness, it's not about having perfect cycles. You don't even have to have regular cycles to use fertility awareness. You can have irregular cycles. I have irregular cycles. They're not the same every single cycle, and that's fine. So yeah, I want to hear from you. I will wrap this up, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to see you next week, and we'll talk more about fertility awareness stuff. Okay, bye guys.